I'm Dr. Fakir Rawari, and this is Tertiary Resources. The first learning objective is search for drug information by using FDA-approved prescribing information, also known as package inserts.
There are actually several ways to get package inserts. Of course, you can always get the package insert from the actual bottle or other forms of the packaging. So you can anytime you get drugs in the pharmacy, the package insert will actually be folded and is attached to it. So you can always get the physical copy of it if you just go and grab the bottle. You can also go to the manufacturer's website. For example, you can go to for the drug Genvoya, you can go to genvoya.com and you can actually download the PDF version of the latest copy of package insert from the manufacturer's website. You can also go to DailyMed, which is the most comprehensive database of package inserts. This is actually a government website. So let's take a look at how to get these package inserts. Okay, so if you wanted to get the package insert for Genvoya, you can basically go to genvoya.com and you can see that this is the manufacturer website for Genvoya. So if you go to the bottom, you will show that it has the copyright information for the manufacturer, and they have information for healthcare professionals. So that's where you want to go. So regardless of which manufacturer, this is usually the format. They have a link for healthcare professionals. You click on it, it will take you to a website that's specific for healthcare professionals, and you can see that they have prescribing information. So if you click on Genvoya prescribing information, it will actually give you a PDF of the latest version of the package insert. And you can always verify the date for that package insert. So this package insert was published or revised in November of 2017. Of course, this is easier to do with drugs that are brand only because the manufacturer will spend a lot of money to maintain a nice website like this. For drugs that have been around for a long time and are mostly available as generic, it's not easy to get the get the package insert through the manufacturer. Fortunately, we can use DailyMed for every drug. So if you just search for DailyMed, this is the link for it. You don't have to memorize this link. You can basically also Google. If you go to Google and Google DailyMed, basically that's how you can also find it. As I mentioned, DailyMed is a government website, so it's free to use. You don't have to pay for this. One downside is that if the government gets shut down, this website does not get updated. So in recent time, the government has been shut down a couple of times, and I remember during those times, this website would not get updated with the latest um, package inserts. But other than that, it's an excellent website. It's free and it has pretty much every package insert that's out there. So for the most part, since for majority of time you'll be looking for package inserts for drugs for humans, I recommend that before you search for a drug, you actually click on human drugs. That way it doesn't show you the products that are also used in animals. So let's say if you were looking for Genvoya, you search and it will show you, there are three results. If you take the mouse over this picture, it will actually zoom in. So you can see um, this is the bottle label. Now the other two, if you notice, it says that this is a repackaged label. So the repackaged label is not something you want. You want the one that says the one that does not say repackaged label. So this is basically the one you need. So if you click on it, it will take you to the back package insert. So this is the package insert. It shows you that it was updated August 2018. So it's actually more current than the one that we saw on the manufacturer's website. So it's available in the web format. You can um, expand and collapse different sections. If you wanted a better organized way of looking at it, you can also get the PDF version. So if you click the PDF, it lets you download it. So so here's what the PDF version looks like. So basically the same information. It's not as interactive. You cannot expand or collapse sections, but if you wanted to print it, it looks more organized. And of course, it also tells you like when different sections of it was updated, so you can also look at the date to know if this is the latest version. Now, Genvoya is only available as a brand name, so it was relatively easy to search because it only showed you three products because there are no generics available. But if you were to look for a drug that's been around for a longer time, so metformin, for example, you will see a lot of, so you can see this is page 1 of 20, and there are a lot of products available. So it makes it more challenging to find a package insert. So one thing you can do is that this actually sorts by relevance. You can actually click on list repackaged labels last, because as I mentioned earlier, that's something that you don't want. And then it shows you combination drugs. So this is basically alphabetically sorted. So if you go down to M, so here's metformin, and you can see this is a metformin extended release. So if you click on it, it will take you to the package insert for extended release metformin, which was published July 2018. You can also get the PDF version of it if you wanted to. This is also a way for you to see exactly what the actual product package looks like. So if you wanted to see, if you don't have access to the package and you want to see what it actually says on it, you can actually use this image here. Now let's close this. Let's say if you wanted, um, you did not, let's say you did not want the extended release, so you just go to next page. So this is the regular form of metformin. You can actually click it. And the package insert is available. You can also get a PDF of it. You can also use advanced search. So if you go back to, if you click the DailyMed logo, it takes you back to the homepage of DailyMed. So remember, back here, you can search immediately if you click on human drugs. You can also use advanced search. So if you click on advanced search, let's say again you want to click on human drugs. Let's say I type metformin, and you can say whether this keyword is in or not in certain criteria. So you can choose from a list of criteria. So you can play with this to help you um, find the product that you need. So I would say in this case, I'm going to say drug name, and you add. You can, let's say, you, if you didn't want allogliptin, I would say allogliptin, not in drug name. That way it will avoid any combination of metformin and allogliptin. I would add it, and then you conduct search. So now you still have a lot of products listed, but it's no longer showing you the combination of allogliptin and metformin. So that's probably the most useful tool. I'll let you play with the other criteria. It's unlikely that you will need to use any of the other criteria. but on a daily basis, it's unlikely that you'll need any of these. Now, one last thing that's useful on DailyMed is that it actually has a tool for identifying tablets and capsules. So, it's not uncommon that a patient might come to the pharmacy and say, I found this blue pill. Uh, I don't know which bottle it came from. Can you tell me what it is? And they expect the pharmacist to be able to tell them what the pill is. So, uh, you know, don't panic. We have a tool that can actually tell you what it is. So let's say, if you go to this tool, you can actually fill it in and it will tell you what tablet. So let's say a patient came to the pharmacy and they're holding a yellow pill with a number on it. So you can actually, and they say, okay, this pill has a number 7977 on it, and the shape is oval, and the color is yellow, and then you search. So then it tells you exactly what it is. So there's no other pill that's yellow and has the number 7977. So this pill that the patient brought to the pharmacy is Sovaldi or Sofosbuvir. So this is a powerful tool which is available for free, and you can use it at any time, should you need to identify a pill or capsule. Okay, now let's take a look at different sections of a package insert. So this is the standard format of a package insert. It will start with the boxed warning, followed by highlights of prescribing information. So the highlights is basically just a summary of all the important information, followed by a table of contents for the full prescribing information, and the rest of it is actually the full prescribing information. So there are basically around 16 sections. Not all of them will be included in every package insert. It just depends on what information is available for a specific drug. And then the final section, it actually has like a patient package insert. That's basically the handout that will be given to the patient as the drug gets dispensed at the pharmacy. So again, here's the package insert for Genvoya. You can see, so it starts with the box warning. So here's the black box. So there's box warning that you can see. It usually tells you the year that the product was approved. So this Genvoya was FDA approved in 2015. It also tells you the brand name followed by all the generic drugs that are in it. It tells you that it's a tablet for oral use. And let's see, if you scroll down, uh, one thing that's nice, as the package inserts get revised, it will tell you, what's been changed. So that way you don't have to read the entire package insert. You can just read if you've looked at it in the past and you're just looking at the new version, you can see what's changed. And they tell you when they changed it. Now, this section is basically the highlights. So it's a summary of important information that you frequently need. So it has the indications listed, it has the dosage and administration, it has the strengths, it has contraindication, and it has warnings and precautions and adverse reactions. Some important drug informations, and then it gives you the table of contents for the full prescribing information. So now you can see, if there was a specific information you were looking for, you can glance through the table of contents because this document is 43 pages, so it's not efficient to read the whole document, but rather you can see like where you think the information you're looking for is available. So, for example, if you want to know, can you give Genvoya to a pregnant patient? So you can see section 8.1 is pregnancy. So then, if you scroll down, so here's section 8.1. It gives you the risk summary for all the ingredients that are in Genvoya. There are 4 different drugs in Genvoya, so it will tell you a summary of all the risks. and then it will also give you the data, starting with human data, and what they found, and then also animal data. Now, not every drug will have human data in pregnancy, so it may not give you this, but usually animal data is available. Now, useful information that you can find in the package insert includes basically indication. So, if you go to the indication, you can see all the FDA approved indication. What you cannot find is off-label using. So it's not going to list you all the usages, off-label, because everything in the package insert is approved by the FDA. So, a package insert is a reliable resource. You can use it in court to defend yourself because it's approved by FDA. Another thing that's useful, the dosage and administration. It shows you techniques on how to administer, including whether something needs to be taken with food or on an empty stomach, which is important. It shows, you can find contraindications in the package inserts, also adverse reaction. It has a nice summary of drug interactions. It has information about pregnancy, lactation, pediatric, geriatric. Also, if there's renal adjustment for patients with renal impairment, and also in patients with hepatic impairment, there's information available. There's also information, if somebody overdoses on a drug, it has information on how to approach it. There's information about mechanism of action of the drug, pharmacokinetics. In the case of antimicrobials, it also has microbiology section. It also gives you a summary of clinical data. So this is nice because usually, every now and then you find drugs that clinical studies are not published. If they're not published, but they're always available to the FDA, and the FDA will include them in the package insert. So you can find clinical studies from the package insert, which may not be published in journals. And the last part is also very, very helpful. If you are doing patient counseling, and if you're not familiar with the drug, you can go, very quickly to the patient counseling information section and find information about, what to tell the patient.